Well done, everyone. How you doing, man?
Yeah, very good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, mate. Have you done all your exams and everything?
Yeah, everything all complete. But yeah, now I'm streaming, so yeah. I'm going to head down to Parliament Square to see if there's anything else to cover as well. But yeah, I'm just going to set the live up and then, do you want to do a quick interview?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, okay. Just to get something at least.
How's my hair looking? Come on, it's windy, man. It's horrible.
I know, the weather is crazy. Okay, I'll just set this up. Yeah, it appears to be working well now. Perfect. Okay, ready? Wonderful. I'll just get the mic out. Cool. Yeah, I think that's set up properly. Okay, so we're now broadcasting live at the Israel protest. It is coming to an end, so we're going to head over to Parliament Square fairly shortly. But we got one of the people we interviewed from like a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, how's today been for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. Our fight, and I'm CAAA, by the way, Christian Action Against Anti-Semitism. With our fight, we wanted to organise this because we want to make sure that whenever these marches happen, there's a different voice. We can fly the Israel and the British flags, lots of British flags. And so for us, it went amazing, actually. And I found the police were very helpful as well, and they facilitated our right to come down here and protest and hear our voice. Yeah.
So earlier today, have there been any potential confrontations that have been taking place, or has everything been largely peaceful between you lot and the Palestinians?
Yeah, listen, I'm a Christian, and I've got to say, whenever we do anything with the Jewish community, it's always so peaceful, it's always so full of love. The atmosphere is always there's just deep trauma and sorrow about what happened on October the 7th. But today, we were on this bridge and there were some pro-Palestinians next to us, and obviously they try and encroach. Sometimes they elbow us. We never, I think somebody got elbowed. I think you might want to interview after. So, but from our side, it's always, as a Christian I'm saying this, as a pastor, it's always so peaceful and loving, and we get a lot of hate, a lot of people swearing at us from the marchers, and they get aggressive sometimes, but from our point of view, peace and love.
What would you like to see as the solution with the whole situation going on in the Middle East?
I'll be blunt. There should be no ceasefire without the hostages all being released. I want to see Hamas, as a Christian, I want to see Hamas dismantled. They are genocidal. They have an intention to kill all Israelis, but all Jews as well. It's in their charter. So for me, there can't be any peace while Hamas exists, while Hezbollah has Iran's backing and the Houthis. That's from my point of view. And there should be no ceasefire without while there's still hostages in tunnels and homes in Gaza.
And as overall, now we just had the election and Labour have won. What do you want to see from our new government?
Yeah, this is. I'm a bit pessimistic, if I'm honest, because obviously Labour have had their problems with anti-Semitism in the past, and there's been a lot of stuff that goes on. For me, I'd like to see Keir. I mean, he made some sounds at the beginning that he didn't want a ceasefire, or he was withholding pressure from people within him to demand a ceasefire. And also, I think as well with Keir, he tried to deal with Jeremy Corbyn, even though he was once aligned to him. I think I'd like to see Labour. I'm worried the next 5 years. I'm worried anti-Semitism will keep getting worse. I'd like to see Keir actually really do something really strong, positive and solid against anti-Semitism. It would be great to ban the marches, but who am I?
Now we know Diane Abbott was accused of anti-Semitism before in the Labour Party, and she's been effectively let back in. What's your take on that?
Yeah, that we were all disappointed when Diane Abbott was let back in. She said some shocking things. She has some shocking opinions. This is the kind of thing that gives us no confidence. This is why I feel pessimistic for the next 5 years, personally. And also, obviously, Jeremy Corbyn was now independent, but what his tenure showed, that there is something within that party, and maybe their youth movements or whatever, there's something within that party that there's a breeding ground for this hate. I'd like to see Diane Abbott removed from government.
Now, what do you think the solution would be politically related and within the next general election?
Solution politically for this nation? You want my personal opinion? I'd love to see reform keep doing well, to be honest. I think, I'd like to see... We are, traditionally, we've been kind of like centre-right, and those of us that are centre-right, some of the left have gone further left and they're trying to act like we're far right. I'd like to see a return to normality, mate, and a return to common sense, There's so much that's going on right now. It would be good to see a common sense government. As a Christian, I'd love to see our Christian, Judeo-Christian values that made this country great, you know. The values that it was safe for the Jewish people to live and thrive here for centuries, we don't want that under threat. Where anybody can be free and, you know, whatever your lifestyle, whatever your sexuality, whatever, everyone's free, everyone's safe. That's what we want from the government.
Now, in terms of the Palestine protests as a whole, what do you make of them? And especially, do you think they should be banned, or do you think certain individuals should be prevented from attending them? What's your take on that?
Yeah, for me, I want them. I've said before I want them banned. Mark, who organised with me our fight, he doesn't believe the march should be banned. And I understand where he's coming from because we are a democracy. But the reason I want them banned is because you've made your point, kind of thing. It's been months and months. There have been multiple instances of anti-Semitic placards, seeing the same ones week after week, chanting intifada, all of this stuff we know brings distress to the Jewish community. So according to the law, if somebody's feeling distressed because of the actions of someone else, that is against the law. So I think these marches should be banned already. Where are we, 9 months? Goodness me.
Do you think things might come to consensus within the next couple of months, or do you think things will get worse before they get better?
Yeah, my feeling is things will get worse before they get better. That's just like I said, I do feel pessimistic. A lot of people are saying Labour won, but it was kind of like, what's the word? It's not like anyone was really excited about Labour. It's more like a protest against the previous government. So I know, personally, I'm centre-right. I've always been somebody who votes Conservative. But where I'm at is, people have told me Keir's quite far on the left, and he's going to use this period in the next 6 months to push through a lot of things. That's what I'm worried about. I feel quite slightly concerned about that.
Thank you so much for your time on camera today. Really good to see you again, and definitely come again for more interviews. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll talk to him for a bit. Hi Mark, how are you? Very good to see you again.
James?
Louis. Very good to see you again. How's it been? How's today been as well?
In what aspect? What would you like to know?
So in terms of the protests, how have the police treated you guys? Have there been any clashes between you lot and the Palestinians?
No, not any clashes. I mean, the police were very good, actually. Obviously, their obligation is to facilitate our right to protest, and they did that pretty well. We had two separate groups of people. We had one on the bridge here, as you can see behind me, hanging banners. And I think they were pretty tolerant. They let the banners go ahead. They let people do their thing. And then we had another group of people down at road level. We had a big banner ups against terrorism, saying we're united against terrorism. And again, the police formed up in front of us, put a barrier, and kind of, kept the whole thing sane. So I think they did a pretty good job today. I think the big issue, though, sorry to go on a bit, but the big issue is prior to the event and what they did to the Enough is Enough group. They issued a Section 14 on the group before the group had even announced any protest. So they essentially said to the group, this is where you must be. Thank you, see ya. Hey, this is where you must be, and if you stray from this, then we will arrest you. But they hadn't even organised an event. They hadn't even said, we're going to protest today. So the whole thing is starting to get all a little bit sort of police statey. Things are going on behind the scenes. They're using this Public Order Act, Section 14 and Section 12, they're using that probably beyond what it was intended for. So, yeah.
Now we know we have a new government that has just recently been elected. What do you think how do you think things might turn out with this new government, and especially the Palestine protests and Israel protests for the foreseeable future?
Well, I think, there's two separate things really. There's the protests themselves, and then there's the issue itself. I think protest-wise, I'm not against the protests. I'm against the politics of the protests and the message of the protests, but I'm not calling for them to be banned. Our group, Our Fight, is not calling for them to be banned. So from a free speech point of view, I hope they don't ban them, and I hope they don't get heavy-handed with groups like us and this whole issue with Section 14 and everything. I hope that people are allowed to get across their message. On the other hand, in terms of the politics and the situation, I do worry about where this government will go. I can see a lot of pressure coming from Islamists in this country. You can see it on these marches. the way people are blending in with Islamists. They're repeating the same chants, the river to the sea, which effectively means the destruction of Israel. And I don't think people really realize what it is that they're saying. They think they're being clever, running along behind essentially the Islamists. The Islamists know what they're doing, and I think the sort of the liberal progressives, the ones who we see wearing the keffiyeh, I think they don't really know what they're doing, and they're going to be in for a shock.
Now, were you worried for your safety today? Because obviously someone could have walked up from the main crowd down on the road up here.
Well, I was down on street level actually, so we were right next to them. I don't know really, worried for safety. That's not really an issue. That's not really the issue. I suppose in the back of my mind it's always possible that somebody will punch me. It's possible as well. I had a group of people with me, and obviously I'm concerned about their safety. But I think ultimately these issues, sometimes you have to put your body on the line. You have to represent the issue that you're campaigning around. If you're campaigning to say that there should be a two-state solution, for example, that Hamas are terrorists, that supporting Hamas is the wrong approach, then you've got to be out there. You've got to actually say that, and sometimes you do have to put yourself on the line. Yeah.
Do you think, well, in terms of the ongoing conflict that has been ongoing for many years, do you think things will get worse before they get better?
In the conflict itself, I'm not really sure, because Hamas at the moment, I wonder whether they're sort of on the back foot. It's difficult to tell. Some of the things that they're saying at the moment about possibly having a ceasefire, so it's difficult to tell whether they're on the back foot. Certainly the broader politics in the region, though, I don't see that getting any better. I see the IRGC, they've got their finger in many pies. Hezbollah, Lebanon, Israel is being attacked from all sides. I don't see that improving. And the politics here, I definitely don't see improving. I mean, it's become a chant that people repeat now, Free Palestine, without even thinking about what it means. It's just become the kind of measure of the progressive, and I don't see that going away. I mean, people seem quite happy to daub paint on the front of a shop. They seem quite happy to encourage people to boycott films and books, book fairs. So I don't see that going away. I think that's going to get worse.
Thank you so much for your time on camera today. My name's Louis Arrington. I'm really good to see you. Definitely come back for more interviews in the near future. I'm going to head up that way now.
Yes, yeah. But so last time you interviewed, so you've got your own channel, yeah?
Yes, I got my own channel, and I was super busy back then, hence why I couldn't re-upload. But I still have it, and I am planning to re-upload and this interview I will, for sure. But we're going to head down this way.
Who am I?
Oh yes. Sorry, if you want to do a bit of background intro.
I'm just going to say, I'm going to sound very blunt, but I nearly didn't bother waiting to talk to you, because I thought you're probably not going to use it. I could go. So.
Oh no, I will for sure this time.
Okay, but so you kind of got to ask the person who they are.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you want to do a bit of a summary of who you are and then to end. Yeah.
So my name's Mark Burbeck. I'm the founder, the spokesperson, director of a campaign called Our Fight. We were set up in the shadow of October the 7th to stand with Israel, to stand in solidarity with Israel. To stand against anti-Semitism, and in particular we're trying to encourage non-Jews that this is an issue that they need to be concerned about. So that's...
Thank you very much for that, that's much appreciated. I shall post that later today, because I'm getting on with it.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to head down towards Parliament Square, kicking off maybe as well. Yeah, sounds good. You want to head down that way now? Yeah, how are you? You okay? Okay guys, we're going to head down towards Westminster fairly shortly. My name's Louis Arrington, I'm a freelance independent journalist. I shall be uploading all the interviews fairly shortly. Unfortunately I couldn't with the last one with him a few weeks ago because I was super busy, but now we have a lot of time on our hands, so a lot of editing to do after this live stream, but I hope you all enjoy. We are the media. Remember to share this stream out there if you enjoy, and if you're new to the channel, definitely click the bell notification button so you can stay tuned for more videos or live streams like these. We're walking to Westminster now, towards Trafalgar Square, just down the Strand, so we should be there in about 10 minutes. I'll keep the live broadcast rolling. I might pause it if I have to, but I'm going to keep it rolling, so I'm not going to start or end a new live stream. So yeah, we're going to keep this rolling, and we should be there in about 10 minutes time. See you all, so yeah, we'll be there in 10 minutes time. Perfect. I got good interviews.
Yeah. Oh, you did good.
Should we head to Parliament Square then? Perfect. I'm doing a live stream anyways.
I'm not joking, right? King's Guard's parents stuff. She started crying.
Seriously? How come?
I got on camera crying.
Really? Just gonna quickly deal with this. Did you go to Horse Guards Parade earlier today?
Yeah, I was there. I've been there filming already.
Yeah.
I said the guard started crying when her parents turned up.
Really? Yeah, let's see what's happening down in. TSG van over there. I think Jeremy Corbyn is here as well. Yeah.
I cannot believe I left my rucksack
Yeah.
at the train station and came here.
Wait, did you have to run back?
I didn't realise. I just after being here for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I realised I didn't have my rucksack. Someone handed it in.
Seriously? That's so lucky someone had it in. If you lost it, it would be the worst feeling ever, honestly. So we're currently heading down towards Westminster. Should be there within the next 10 minutes. I'm not too sure in terms of numbers of this Palestine protest, but
No, it's big.
apparently it is big. So probably at least 5,000 to 10,000. We're nearly at. So are they going to Parliament Square or Trafalgar Square, the protesters? Helicopter. Oh, they're all on this side. So I think they're outside New Scotland Yard. It appears. I don't think my phone will overheat today, will it?
Well, we've been in the sun too long.
Yeah. So with horse cars just only going for 2 hours, I gather. Can you hear that? I see flags over there.
No, that's the homeless place.
What's that for?
Homeless, it's where the homeless get in.
Oh. I think now New Scotland Yard. So we can head in that direction.
So they went back the back way, they didn't go past that. Apparently I was told.
Oh, it's a protest, a mini protest over there. Gonna film it on our way. Sorry? Zimbabwe. I'll just zoom in on that.
Credible elections in Zimbabwe.
To check. I'll be 2 seconds, if you don't mind. I'm just gonna, 1 sec. So we got this, I think it's a protest about free and fair elections in Zimbabwe. And these people, there's like a dozen of them just protesting here right now. Hi there. I'm an independent journalist. Do you want to say a few words to the camera about your protest today?
Come and say one few words.
Hi there. Do you mind telling me what this protest is about?
Yes.
So what's this protest about?
This is about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is now under a military dictatorship. There was an election in 2023. The election was rigged in favor of the military-backed ZANU-PF, and this was condemned by the international community. And we are here to campaign for democracy. We are here to expose the human rights abuses that continue to happen in Zimbabwe. And as things stand, there is no freedom in Zimbabwe. And therefore, we are here as the Zimbabwe people, Zimbabwe community, campaigning for a free, fair, and credible election. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So it's about the elections in Zimbabwe, apparently. Perfect. Just get some good camera shots. Thank you so much.
Also, I'm going to walk for 20 miles. If you could sponsor me or anything.
Do you want to say that to the viewers? You're walking for 20 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm also going to walk for 20 miles for peace in Zimbabwe. And I'm just looking for sponsorship. Yeah, from Thank you. So do you want, can you sponsor me, please?
I'm on YouTube. I'm an independent journalist,
Alright.
so I can't really do any sponsors.
What's his channel is this?
Louis Errington on YouTube. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. So that was some sort of protest to do with Zimbabwe. Just thought I might as well get a good interview to have some background information. But yeah, now we're currently heading towards the Palestine rally to cover that for a bit. I think it's at New Scotland Yard, so we're going to head there now. Roy told me that arrests at Victoria Embankment.
That's down, yeah, that's down there.
Okay, so should we head that way then? They're arresting people. Let's head there now.
Victoria Embankment is the river along there.
Yeah, I think so. It's just, I think we need to turn left to head there. Okay, we just got some information. There have just been arrests at Victoria Embankment. Yeah. Let's wander there now. Yeah, just thought I might as well just broaden my horizons by covering the Zimbabwean protest for a tiny bit. Obviously it's not a huge one, but it's good to whack in a few good interviews. And apparently one of the people there is walking 20 miles, I think. And that's Benjamin Franklin's house.
Yeah, it's all the American flags.
Yeah, guys, this is Benjamin Franklin's house. He was one of the founding fathers of the US. We're heading down towards Victoria Embankment, as just a while ago there have just been arrests there, but we're not too sure what's happening, but we're going to head there and see.
This is where the protest went on here.
Yeah.
I can't believe I got that video of that kid
Yeah.
Scarlett crying.
King Scott was crying.
She just couldn't stop herself from crying.
How come?
Because her mum and dad just turned up. Her mum and dad. And then she just literally started bawling.
Jeez. And that was that horse cast earlier.
Yeah, I got it on, I've already put it on YouTube, TikTok
Really?
and Facebook.
Wow. Is Facebook doing well?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've got 40,000 followers now.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh my god, I'm doing my eyes out watching that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one man has just been arrested. Long hair. Yeah, they're all. Oh, my thing's buffering now.
You know what that means.
My thing is buffering. Okay, we're nearly there. Can you hear them? They're just over there. We're now currently down at the Palestine protest. There's a lot of people here. I think they're doing speeches up just outside New Scotland Yard, and Jeremy Corbyn is here too. So we're going to try get some good interviews in. Remember to share this live stream out there if you enjoy the content. Bit of breaking news. There has just been, I think, one arrest just earlier. So we're heading there right now. We're basically here. It's up towards that New Scotland Yard. So I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. And be sure to share this with your friends and family. And if you want to see more content like this, definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. We cover a broad variety of events impartially across central London.
Everyone's going back.
Really?
So some people are starting to leave now.
Why there? TSG. Where? There's TSG there. Let's take it on. Is everyone leaving? Do you reckon they may spray paint the MOD again?
Where they've done that.
Yeah. Should we stand here? Stand here, bro. Let's go here. Should we go more in a bit? Probably on the grass area.
And everyone went back.
Try to get to the front, maybe.
And we have to be clear that there be no compromise with apartheid in Ireland because of the movement on the streets. The Irish government have been forced to recognise the Palestinian state in the last few weeks. They have been
Go to the media
forced to
tent.
publicly demand
Gonna go to the
that the
media tent.
European Union
Media tent up here.
its trade agreement with the Zionist state.
Go up here. Pasco, do you want to go up here?
They were forced to do that. They didn't do it voluntarily. They did it because of hundreds of thousands of people on the streets. But that's not good enough. We don't just want words. And I don't trust the Irish government any more than I trust Keir Starmer. This change has come because of you. Because of millions of people across the world. That is our strength. And we have to continue to build that movement to say the apartheid state must be dismantled. There is no place in the civilized world for a system based on colonialism, apartheid. In Ireland, supported or complicit with that genocide. If ever there was a case to uproot this entire system, it is the horror we've seen in Gaza, and we must pledge ourselves to that task. Free, free Palestine! Saoirse, on Palestine! Saoirse, on Palestine! Saoirse, on Palestine! Saoirse, on Palestine!
Once again, give it up for Richard!
Where should we go? Sorry? Really? Where should we go? Where do you want to film it from? Should we go to the front maybe? Sorry? Okay. You know, should we set up our camera here? I'll set up here.
And chairman of American Muslims for Palestine. So please, give a very warm welcome.
I'm gonna probably get like a good camera shot up there. Do you wanna stay here? Or?
I'm going to go that side.
Which side?
I'm going to go to this guys.
Is that open again? Sorry? Okay, I'm gonna cover this for a bit then. Yeah, I'll be safe. I'll see you in a bit.
The student and activist sphere, and across the world, expose the complicity. Nay, the world has been engaged in the co-production of genocide in Gaza by Western governments and political elites. The students and the moral ethical leaders and activists demonstrated and covered in real time the complicity.
We're now currently down broadcasting live at the Palestine protests in central London. I estimate numbers at around 5,000. They're currently doing speeches behind me over there. There's a lot of people here, very much a heavy police presence. I'm going to try to do some interviews, but at the moment they're doing speeches, so we're going to try maybe get to the front, get some good shots on camera. But thank you for tuning into the stream. If you enjoy this impartial live broadcast, be sure to share this stream out there with your friends and family as we cover a broad variety and scope of events across central London. There's a lot of people down here at the moment, but yeah, we're going to try stream this for a bit right now. But thank you so much once again for tuning in. But the mood is very tense. There are a lot of police here, and there are a lot of police earlier at the Israel thing, just to make sure there aren't any potential clashes that have not taken place. But we are here right now down at the Palestine protest. We're going to be here for some time, and I'll try get some good interviews. But thank you so much for tuning in to this live broadcast, and I hope you enjoy more content like this in the future. We're going to be covering Speaker's Corner tomorrow and a broad variety of stuff later on. But hope you enjoy once again, and I'll just show you what's going on.
And speak in the heart and the center of the British Empire that commissioned the settler colonial project in Palestine. The genocide in Palestine was a warrant that was signed in 10 Downing Street, and Israel has been executing that warrant on the Palestinians since 1948. Let's be clear, therefore, and the Western anti-Semitism cannot be washed away by a river of Palestinian blood. Islamophobia, anti-Semitism,
Hi, sir. I'm an independent media channel. My name's Louis Errington. Do you want to say a few words to the camera about today and how it's been like for you guys protesting? Sure. Okay. So, how have the police treated you guys protesting through central London today?
I'm not sure. I've been down here the whole time, but as far as I know, it's been no problems. I mean, the problem was that they were being very difficult about the route of the march, so they didn't want us anywhere near Parliament. They didn't want the new Prime Minister to be embarrassed, but we've damn well been here and embarrassing him all the same.
Now we know we do have a new government elected. What would you like to see from them in terms of response in the situation ongoing in the Middle East?
Well, they need to stop arming Israel right away, and they need to call for a ceasefire and stop just backing up the Israel and the Americans nilly-willy. Right? I mean, it's simple. We've been calling for that since October, so nothing's changed from what we're demanding.
Do you think things might get worse before they get better?
Well, possibly, since Israel seems to be thinking of starting a war with Lebanon, which will go very badly for them, but will be a disaster for everybody. But I hope that won't happen. I hope saner minds will prevail.
Do you know anyone personally affected by the situation ongoing at the moment? And if so, what have their experiences been like?
Well, I know of people, obviously, but I don't directly know anyone in Palestine as such. But, I mean, we all know just how awful things are and just how unconscionable it is to allow this to go on, to allow our country to be arming a genocidal aggressor. So that's the main thing. I think we can all be moved, whether we know the people or not, we can be moved by the plight of humanity.
What do you think the solution should be to this as well?
Well, there needs to be a single state in Israel-Palestine that can respect the rights of all its citizens, Jewish and Palestinian alike. That's the solution. I mean, Israel has basically completely kiboshed the possibility of a Palestinian state through the construction of apartheid there. So the only solution now is one state for all its citizens, a democratic free state. If it could be done in South Africa, it can be done in the Middle East too.
Thank you so much for your time on camera today. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist. I cover a broad scope of events and protests in central London. Definitely check out my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, sir. That's really much appreciated. Thanks very much. All the best. Take care. So yeah, that was an interview we just did with one of the people here. We're going to go further up and film all the speeches at the front. Thank you for tuning in. There's a lot of people here. Very busy day today. I reckon numbers are estimated around 5,000. But yeah, we're going to try walk up to the front. The mood is very tense here because there are a lot of police around the area to make sure nothing happens. But we're going to try and do some more interviews. And as we see, there are a lot of... Hi, sir. Okay. Hi, sir. I'm an independent... Yeah. I'm an independent media channel. I cover everything in London. Okay.
If you want, I can give you an interview.
With what, sorry?
Any day.
Okay.
If you can contact.
Okay, thank you.
I can come down.
Definitely. Perfect.
Studio or something.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
On this ordinary day, I was waiting to get to the Alamo crossing from Jordan to the West Bank as part of the Palestine Festival of Literature. Also waiting was a young Palestinian woman. The home she'd known her whole life was Jerusalem. She was an undergraduate at university in America, returning home to her friends and family for the summer. The IDF soldier called her up to the window. He told her she was now living in America and had forfeited her right to her Jerusalem permit. He took that permit away from her. As a Palestinian, without the permit, she would lose the right to live in Jerusalem. She also lost the right to how long we'll have to keep on doing this. Let us admit that sometimes we feel tired, not in our feet, but in our hearts. But today we gather knowing something has changed. Today marks a new beginning.
Sorry.
Before, when we raised our voices outside Parliament calling for an end to complicity in genocide, we knew that our anger meant nothing to the government. We are London. We are anti-racist, progressive London. We were never the Tories' constituency. Our votes were never theirs to lose or to try and regain. But as of this week, we have a government that ignores us.
Do you want to say a few words to the camera about today, sir? No. Okay. I'm a freelance independent. I cover a broad scope of events.
No, I'm sure.
Okay.
It's just...
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry at all. That's fine. Thank you.
Bring someone who didn't come today. Bring the ones who are hot, sick of one myself, but don't think the marches of them. Bring the ones who believe that everyone, including that young has a right to live. Bring up the come on in all our beautiful London and raise our voices so they hear us in hearts. In our thousands, in our millions. Where we musicians are refusing to perform at events hosted by Barclays and the bank continues to benefit from the ongoing genocide of Palestine. The collective was set up by groups of global of colour and non-binary people demanding that these music events sabotage the bank. This is broken your houses. We call on all artists, creators, industry workers and fans to join us in boycotting all Barclays-sponsored events this festival. We will not allow a company backlogging genocide to sanitize and brand music festivals. As artists, we have the power to withdraw our labour, to stand shoulder to shoulder with each other, and to organise our workplace until Palestine is free. We refuse to let our music and our cultural spaces be used to whitewash human rights violations. We refuse to be complicit in culture washing. End quote. Starting with the Great Escape Festival in Brighton, where 158 artists, 6 showcase hosts, and 2 venues boycotted the festival, the movement has grown and now forced 3 major UK festivals, Download, Latitude and Isle of Wight, to drop Barclays and get sponsored. We want more musicians, music industry workers and music fans to join us. At the very least, headliners at these festivals should consider using their massive platforms to raise awareness. Many of the political musical movements of the past have been commodified, repackaged and resold to the masses, a shadow of their former selves, algorithm ready with the principle and activism removed. The music industry is broken in many ways, but before we can fix it, we have to come together to do whatever we can
to bring an end to the genocide in Palestine and drawing the intersectional links with the many atrocities that are happening all over the world right now. We are angry, but we need to keep working together. I believe that we will win. Ceasefire now, free Palestine. Thank you.
Make some noise! Brothers and sisters, we know that the entire campaign to support the mass murder of our Palestinian siblings is intertwined with the rise of Islamophobia in this country. Our governments have deliberately stoked a hatred of Muslims to justify their actions. And I'm proud to introduce our next speaker. She's from one of the organizations that's organized and co-organized every one of these demonstrations. From an organization that the outgoing government tried to brand as extremists, but they have stood firm with the movement. Please make some noise for Ragged Up the Creaky from the Muslim Association of Britain!
Brothers, sisters, friends, assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you all. Today we gather not just to protest, but to celebrate an unprecedented achievement. With only 6 weeks' notice, we came together with an incredible resolve and determination. We made years' worth of progress in this area in a matter of weeks, against all odds, with no powerful party machine backing us, and facing a relentless campaign of demonization from much of the political and media establishment. We defied all expectations. We secured 5 independent candidates and grabbed 2 strategic Labour 6 seats into Crown Marginals. This is not a small feat. This is seismic shift. Our efforts have sent a powerful message. We are here and we will not be ignored. Keir Starmer begins his term as Prime Minister with a backing of just 1/3 of the voters, on a turnout among the lowest in British history. This new government must recognise that they do not have a mandate to ignore the voices of millions who demand justice and equality. To the new Labour government, hear this. We have ignited a powerful movement across the country. We have shown that politics must be done differently. We are proving what it means to do politics driven by principle, moral clarity, and courage. As we stand here, the death toll in Gaza has now surpassed 38,000, with over 20,000 children missing under the rubble. Our message to the new government is clear. We will hold you accountable to any act of support for genocide. And every denial of Palestinian lives. The era of complacency is over. Change is here, and we are the force driving it. To everyone here today, to everyone who has worked tirelessly, to everyone who has faced adversity and yet stood firm
Forum in Britain, one of the co-organisers of today's protest. So please give a warm welcome to Maysara Ibrahim.
Thank you very much. Brothers and sisters, on behalf of the Palestinian Forum in Britain, the biggest Palestinian forum for the Palestinian in diaspora, I'd like to thank you very much for showing up here today. By coming here today, we are sending a strong message to the new Labour government. The government that won the election not because you are unique or because you are good, but because we got fed up of the tourists. Isn't that right? Yeah! The leadership since the start of the Israeli genocide, their stance on the Palestinian genocide has been nothing but shameful and complicit with the Israeli crime against the Palestinian people in Gaza. So we came here today to tell them straight in the face. It's time now that this day stand up for the values and ethics of our society, for the values and ethics of the same Labour government or Labour Party that most of us has voted for the past years. Brothers and sisters, they betrayed us. They betrayed all the international human rights values. They betrayed the same values that we fought for the past decades. They betrayed everything. So we came here today. Thank you. Thank you very much. So those people now, they need to stand up again for the values and ethics of our society. They should demand and pressure the criminal politicians in the Israeli entity to stop the genocide. It's time now that they stop sending arms to Israel. It's time now to end the unconditional support of the Israeli genocide against the people of Gaza. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now that they stop the intervention in the international court of justice supporting Israel and preventing the course of justice in the Palestinian people. My brothers and sisters, don't get tired of talking about Palestine and about the people of Gaza. Don't get used to the image that we see on social media of the lifeless bodies of the Palestinian children every day and night. Keep protesting, keep demanding justice, keep shouting, and keep Palestine free. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free! Thank you very much. Solidarity from the campaign for nuclear disarmament. Now, the general election might be over. There might be a new Prime Minister of these islands. Some things, probably very little, but some things might have changed. But one thing most certainly has not. Israel's genocide of Gaza and the Palestinian people continues. It continues, and the bloodshed, the corpses, the destruction, and the horror continue unabated. That's why we're here. That's why we'll continue to protest. That's why our campaigns must continue. And that is why this campaign must grow. Because to achieve change, real change, lasting change, fundamental change, to achieve any of these things, one condition must be met. Freedom for Palestine, freedom from Israel's genocide, freedom from fear, freedom from Israeli bullets, bombs and missiles, freedom to determine their own future. For as long as the British government, red or blue, continues to prop up and arm the genocidal Israeli regime, for as long as they are complicit, for as long as they think they can get away with it, for long as that's the case, none of us, not a single one of us, will truly be free. Bertrand Russell, the very first president of the campaign for nuclear disarmament. And by the way, huge congratulations to Jeremy and everyone else who's doing it today.
We're now broadcasting live down in central London, near New Scotland Yard. So this is the Palestine protest, and the main demand from these protesters is for there to be an immediate ceasefire. There are a lot of people here. I estimate numbers anywhere between 5,000 to 10,000 roughly. We also just got some information that there's also another Palestine protest, probably part of the same protest, but opposite Downing Street. So we're going to be heading there now. We've already got some interviews from here today. I hope you enjoy. Thank you all for tuning in. My name's Louis Errington. I'm a freelance independent journalist. We cover a broad variety of events impartially across central London, and I hope you enjoy this live stream. We're going to try to talk to a few of the protesters maybe, potentially before we head. If not, we'll just go directly to Downing Street, because apparently there is a big crowd there at the moment. So we're going to head there right now, in fact, just so we don't miss that. But yeah, we just got some information once again. There's a bit of a crowd opposite Downing Street right now. So I think some people are heading to Downing Street from here right now at the moment, but there is a bit of a crowd there right now.
Wait, please.
Darth Vader, do you want a quick interview with the camera? Do you want to say a few words to the camera? Okay.
Free Palestine!
Sorry. Sorry?
They split it up. They made one half go that way and one half go this
Really?
way. The police are making them go back.
So apparently the police have split up the crowd at Downing Street and are making them go back to the main protest, as we see here right now. Do you want to go back then? There's a lot of police there. Let's travel past this. So there's the main crowd left Downing Street now.
They're still crowd there.
Yeah.
They split them in two.
Gosh. Did it kick off when they split them in two?
Yeah, they started getting in between them and making them leave.
Yeah. Piers, how are you today?
Very good.
Very good to see you. How's it been?
Well, we're here supporting Palestine and, of course, giving lessons about what this election means. It was a victory for the BBC lie machine, but the poll was very low. So actually, Starmer hasn't really got much support around the country, but the BBC have achieved the landslide they wanted. But there's a seeds of trouble in there because there's at least 100 Labour MPs, so-called Labour, fake Labour now, no Labour at all, Labour in name only, but they never expected to be there. So, and they know they won't be there next time, so they won't be minding about protest, you know, and when their constituents make a lot of noise, which they will now, against the World Health Organisation, diktats, fake pandemics and so on, we might see trouble in Parliament too.
Yeah. Now, in terms of your election, how were the results looking? How did they look like for you?
Well, I got 403 votes. Some people think there's a lot more and, you know, perhaps they're fiddling them. I don't know. But you see, in Bermondsey, people were certainly squeezed between voting for Starmer, the Starmer party and Neil Coyle, otherwise the Lib Dems would get in. And there's a lot of hatred between Lib Dems and Labour in Bermondsey. So, although there's a lot of support there for me, they probably voted for one or the other.
Yeah. Now, in terms of the solution to the ongoing conflict, what do you think the solution is?
The solution is more action to physically prevent the export of arms and boycott all Israeli products. And the boycotting is going quite well.
Do you think things will get worse before they get better?
Yes, I will. There's three things that's going to happen a lot worse. First of all, the genocide will get worse in Gaza and Palestine. What's happening in Ukraine will become apparent and get worse. Starmer will be talking of war with Russia, and that's what the World Economic Forum want. And they'll be using this opportunity as well with a servile Starmer government to bring in another fake pandemic.
And in terms of, do you think things might get nuclear? Are you a bit concerned about potential nuclear threats?
I think there'll never be a nuclear war. You see, nuclear weapons have been surpassed by direct energy weapons involving scalar magnetic technology, and those things can take out nukes. So I don't think there'll ever be a nuclear war. There'll be talk of nuclear war. Talk of nuclear war is there to control us.
Now, in terms of the police, how have they treated you guys protesting today?
Oh well, they've been fine, but you see, the whole protest is controlled. It's completely controlled. It marches through streets where no one knows anything. So we're talking to ourselves. Palestine Solidarity is largely a police-controlled operation. I mean, what we should have gone down is march down the Strand, march through Oxford Street and so on. I mean, this is just a parade of ourselves. It'd be better to be back in the communities doing the message.
Now I see the police have their cameras out at the ready. Do you think they're looking for someone in the crowd?
Well, they are recording everybody. They've got artificial intelligence everywhere. Everyone here is probably clocked on their system now. You can identify a person by the corner of their eye.
And are you concerned about that?
Well, I am, yeah. We're in a mass surveillance society. But wearing a little mask over your mouth isn't going to stop them finding anything out.
Should we head over this way so we get more of a background? Are you planning to do more campaigning potentially in the future, or is this the end of your political career?
No. We've got discussions going on. We'll set up a new thing called London Resist to coordinate different actions against the World Economic Forum and the destruction of community, which is happening in every city. Planning issues where people can unite against all of them instead of having against 50 different town halls. You can unite them, support each other as action against different town halls.
Now, with this protest as a whole, do you think it's having an impact, especially out in public?
It is, but as I said, the organisers are isolating themselves under police instruction. I mean, we should be marching with all these people in areas where we'll have more impact.
Now, we know your brother was standing as an independent. Are you in touch with him, and are you guys supportive of each other?
Of course, absolutely.
Now he's left the Labour Party.
I put out a lot of public statements to support him. And it's very important he didn't get re-elected. He got twice as, his majority was twice as big as what they said in the first place. And I told him that that's what would happen, because there has been more disbelief in the major parties. See, about 45% of the population haven't even voted. Starmer's got the lowest support of a Prime Minister for a long, long time.
Do you think this is a definition of democratic deficit?
Well, absolutely. But the voting is crazy. I mean, the average MP gets elected on 20,000 votes. But, you know, all sorts of other protest votes don't get registered at all. It's not a democratic system, no.
Piers, thank you so much for the interview. Really good to see you today as well. Yeah, and best of luck. I'm just going to charge my thing here. I'll put this. Yeah, definitely. I think, did I send a video? I sent it to Nick.
No, that's fine. But I still owe you a tenner, I think.
Yeah,
I still owe you a tenner. You will get it.
Yeah, honestly, there's no rush, because I know you've been very busy, so there's no rush, it's the tenner.
I was going to do it that night, but I'm probably going to sleep.
Yeah, honestly, don't worry about it. I literally was up all night the other time, because I
Ah, brilliant. That's very handy. It's out of date, but you'll understand.
He's Jeremy Corbyn's brother. I interview him all the time on my YouTube channel. Do you want to say a few words to the camera about today and how your experience has been like protesting? Do you want to say a few words to the camera, madam?
Thank you for everybody. I love everybody.
Do you want to say a few words to the camera?
Thank you.
Do you want to say a few words to the camera, Sam?
Yes, I done the super
yeah, perfect. So how's today been like?
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
I have a very proud of those people coming today for this demonstration, and I hope we got something in the end, inshallah. Thank you very much for all the people coming to this demonstration today. Thank you, and we hope this government do something for us, for Palestine especially, for Gaza, to stop and do ceasefire.
How's the police treated you guys today?
I thought everything okay. No, nothing getting violence. Nothing is okay. I hope it's getting more and more people coming every week for this demonstration until this war's end. I hope so. Thank you very much.
We know we have a new government in place, and what response would you like to see from Keir Starmer in terms of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East?
We hope he do something for us, this government, and we hope too much we do for us, for Palestinians, especially England. Yeah, and then we believe so he's gonna do something for us. That's what we believe. Yeah, thank you.
So thank you so much, sir. That's really good.
Much.
Thank you. My name's Louis Errington. Louis Errington on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, feel free. Thank you.
What outlet is this?
Sorry? Oh, I'm an independent freelancer. I cover everything in London. I interviewed the Green Party candidate the other night.
Because of my line of work, I'm not allowed to address the media. My line of work
I'm a
doesn't
freelancer.
allow. No, but generally I'm not allowed to speak in public. I'm banned from it due to my line of work.
Okay.
But nonetheless,
I don't allow you to be a man because you're
Go with everything.
the way they are chasing peaceful protesters. The streets of London will be safer, there will be fewer night drives.
Yeah, they weren't late.
Protesters. Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine!
We're now down in central London, so as you see there are a lot of police behind me. There's a heavy police presence. I think the Palestine protest has just come to a close. There seems to be a lot of people leaving, but as we see right behind me, there are a lot of police here in formation. I'm not too sure what will be happening next, but I can check on Twitter and update you guys fairly shortly. But as you see behind me, there is a very, very heavy police presence.
From the river to the sea! 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 You can chant with us. Justice. We have all of us have to stand with justice and humanity. Come on. Free, free! 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 Free, free, free Palestine!
So the protesters are on the right over there, and there's a large group of police on the left.
Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! 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 Okay. Thank you. Shame on you! Shame on the police! Shame on you! Going out of dinner! Face off London in the paper! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Excuse me, sir, on behalf of the organisers, we've been asked by PSC,
Don't waste your time.
There is an order, it's a police active force, it's armed. It must be clear. So please.
Well, you are controlled opposition, aren't you? You're there to send us all up. Why do you say
So as we see happening right now, there seems to be some sort of confrontation. I'll just zoom in and show you guys.
It is a fundament. We take the office whether we take the law or not. That's our decision.
It will reflect on the ability of the police to sanction these marches in the future.
That's fine, yeah. But we don't, because we are presenting to Queens, we would ask you to... No, we are doing it wrong. They are saying we are okay with 1730. We are okay, yeah. They are not breaking rules, that's fine, we'll protest here. Yeah, that's fine, yeah, we'll stay here.
As we explained, anything that's confused obviously is
yeah, that's fine, we'll do this first 5 minutes before. We're taking a 5 minutes time, so now it's 5:30, 17:35. That's fine.
So we're not preaching any of your...
No, that's Free! Guys, we can be here till 17:30. Okay? So you have 1 more hour to protest. Free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea!
Have a good one. Take anything as a journalist. Do you want to say a few words to the camera, possibly? Do you want to say a few words to the camera about today? Okay, I'll just set the camera up. I reckon we got a good background with the police and the protesters in the shots, so perfect. I'll just set this up quickly. If you don't mind standing maybe here.
Hair out of my eyes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, what's your name and where are you from, and how did you find today protesting in London?
My name is Durga Mata. It's actually a spiritual name. I practice meditation and it's a name which has a lot of meaning. And I'm from planet Earth like everybody else, but I actually live in Richmond Borough. When I retired from teaching, I started working in health and well-being, and I do a workshop each month to make the world a bit happier and more peaceful. And I've been concerned about Palestine pretty well all my life. And I've been extremely concerned since the trouble started in October. And I've been on all the marches. And I think this is something which is important because people are actually dying at this moment, every moment. And to turn your back on it, you become complicit. I refuse to be complicit. I love the slogan I've got. I refuse to normalize genocide, and that's from the pastor in Bethlehem. And we just have to work together until this madness stops and actually work for a more peaceful world and not just be pushed around by the people who've got money invested in the arms trade.
Now, we know we have a new government, newly elected government. What response would you like to see from them in terms of the ongoing situation in the Middle East?
I've just been campaigning for Liane Mohammed like fury because she's the hope. The young people are the hope. Keir Starmer, unfortunately, has hijacked the Labour Party, taking it right away from its principles. We need to work for human rights, for justice, and for the rights of everybody to live free.
Now, in terms of the solution, what do you think the solution should be with this ongoing conflict?
Spiritual life, love and oneness, an absolute commitment that we are all one people, we're all part of each other. One world, one people, one love.
Now, do you think things might get worse before they get better?
I see this as a kind of cosmic movement of energies. The old order is changing. It's almost like mountains are built through earthquakes, and we're in the middle of an earthquake at the moment. But it's actually a hopeful sign because the old order of colonialism, white supremacy, has ended. And it's fighting back, but it can't win.
Thank you so much for your time today on camera. My name's Louis Errington. Been a pleasure interviewing you, and definitely hope to see you sometime soon. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm on the YouTube channel. I'm a freelance independent. Unfortunately, I need business cards, but my name is Louis Errington Media on YouTube. Yeah, sure. I'll just put interview. Like that? Perfect. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely, yeah. I'll send over my channel though, and you can see all the live streams and everything. Thank you so much, really good to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Louis Errington. Louis Errington, yeah, thank you. We're now currently broadcasting down in Westminster. So as you see, a few of the Palestine protesters are still protesting. I think there is a time limit until 5:30. I'm not entirely sure. But as we see, they are still protesting. Some police are still around as well. But I think estimated numbers from today are roughly between 5 to 10,000. There are a lot of people earlier too. There were a few arrests that have been taking place. Bit of breaking news there for you guys. But we're going to continue streaming this event, maybe do more interviews as well, if anyone else here would like an interview. But we interviewed a few various people. So we interviewed Corbyn and a few of the protesters from here today. So thank you so much for joining my live broadcast. We'll be streaming more stuff. We'll be at Speaker's Corner tomorrow and Horse Guards Parade on various other days. So I hope you enjoy the content, and if you are new to the channel, we cover a variety of events impartially, broad scope of stuff in central London across the board. So I hope you enjoy all the future content that I'll be covering over the course of the next couple of months. But if you're new to the channel, bit of a background, my name's Louis Errington. I'm a freelance journalist and I cover a large variety of events in central London. So yeah, we're going to be here probably for the next, I'd say roughly 45 minutes. I think there is a time limit till 5:30, but we should be finishing the stream around then. So just stay on if you enjoy what you see, and also hit the like button and click the bell icon, because that helps the YouTube algorithm, so you guys could get updated and notifications whenever I go live or upload a new video. Thank you once again. As I heard. Do you want to say a few words to the camera? I'm a freelance independent journalist. I interviewed the Green Party MP. I was up all night covering the elections down in Putney. But my name is Louis Errington. What's your name? Louis. Very good to meet you. That's right. Do you want to say a few words to the camera about today and your experience and how the police have treated you guys, how you want to see the UK government respond? So those are the sort of questions I tend to ask, because I covered you guys over the past 9 months, and really enjoyed it. So I'll just stand here. So we got one of the protesters here. So what has today been like for you, protesting?
So today I've just actually made my way. So I've actually been here just for a few minutes. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see Jeremy Corbyn, and I didn't get a chance to see the speakers all go for the march. But I've been here because I come from quite far, but on a regular basis with the protests and marches, I've been involved. And I did vote for Green. Hopefully, you know, they make some sort of change within our communities, but obviously we're in our area, we're actually a Tory area. So there's nothing.
In terms of the situation as a whole, we know now we got a newly elected Labour government. What would you like to see from Keir Starmer in terms of potentially resolving this situation in terms of a foreign perspective from his government?
Yeah, so luckily Grant Shapps, who's a Tory MP, within Hertfordshire area. He's the Secretary of Defence, and he's actually had to take his he's had to relieve from his seat. So he's given up his seat to a Labour MP. Obviously, with Keir Starmer, with Labour, we'd like them to end all arms to Israel. That's obviously the first. And with the ceasefire, to put that forward, but it's obviously something not on their agenda. So,
do you think things might get worse before they get better?
I think it has actually become. We get to see things which are, yes, they look extremely bad, but there's some good things that are coming out, and I think there will be some goodness, and there's always, we only see one side of it, so there's so much more that's going on, and yeah, I think there is some goodness. Yeah.
And what do you think the solution should be at the end of all of this?
Definitely a free Palestine, definitely an unoccupied state, no oppression, no torture, no imprisonment, and I think that Israel should just be, gone. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time on camera today. My name's Louis, very good to meet you. I'll show you my YouTube channel if you want to drop a sub. I film everything through central London and all sorts of stuff, and every rally I see. So last year I filmed the trans rights rally. This year I've been filming a lot of Palestine and Israel stuff impartially. So I just interviewed all sorts of people. So I interviewed Jeremy Corbyn's brother, funny enough, a second ago. I know him because he goes to Speaker's Corner a lot, and so do I, to film there. That's my practice training ground. And he's very much involved in your guys' movement. But as a journalist, I always have to remain impartial, so I just cover everything, show what the mainstream media don't show, and that's the key to it, really. So, yeah, my name is Louis Errington, so yeah, I cover all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I was covering, because I have to be impartial, I have to cover the Israel rally. As much as I covered the Palestine rally as well, so I got 3 interviews from them, and I think 5 or 6 from the Palestine protest in total. Feel free to, yeah, that was today, but it ended when I arrived, so I just went straight here to cover more speeches, and funny enough, I saw Piers Corbyn behind me, coincidentally, feel free to take a photo if you want, and share with your family and friends if they're interested, because new media is becoming more of a thing recently, and as people are tuning into the usual mainstream media, and I mean, funny enough, speaking of it the other day, I got into Wandsworth Town Hall to cover the election, and I interviewed the mayor of Wandsworth. She was like the first talk to the mayor of Wandsworth, and she was dressed up in like a full robe and everything. It was, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'll show you, I got it here. I need to upload that later on, but it was one of my best interviews, so just try and look for it. Yeah, this was the interview. So I was so tired, excuse them, but yeah, that was the mayor of Wandsworth, so I recorded it on my phone. And I was standing literally right next to the BBC. And guess what? They had a similar sort of setup to me. They just had that phone, a tripod, and there was there were only 2 cameras there. So yeah, I tend to live stream because that gets stuff out there. So we have like 200 people watching the broadcast. So yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. You spoke really well on camera, by the way. Thank you. Yeah. Hi there, how are you? Do you want to say a few words to the camera? I'm a freelance independent journalist and I cover all sorts of stuff. So, for example, a few days ago with the election, I interviewed the Green Party MP, candidate in fact, Dan Putney. So I'm a freelancer, Louis Errington is my name, on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. So do you want to say a few words to the camera about your experience today?
Okay, what's your hand?
Louis Errington on YouTube. So I cover a broad variety of stuff impartially across central London, everything that I come across, and that's newsworthy for the viewers.
How do you spell the handle?
Do you want to take a photo?
Yeah,
feel free.
Great.
Nice. Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see.
Definitely.
It's in my hand.
Definitely. So yeah, this is the channel. Yeah, that's the YouTube channel, and then you can find out on all the links are there. So for TikTok, I have like 50,000, and 14,000. I covered your protest for like 9 months already since September, and a broad variety. Thank you very much indeed. Are you guys finishing up now, or is it still happening? Yeah, because I like to cover stuff from the very beginning, very end, showed authentically. There's no other media here. Yeah, yeah, half an hour left. Yeah, I mean I'll stick around. Yeah.
You're covering essentially like the demonstrations and protesting.
Yeah.
The UK, or is it just London?
Sorry?
Is it just London?
Mainly London, because I live in London myself. Do you want to say a few words to the camera about your experience today, how the police have treated you guys, the response you want to see from Keir Starmer, newly elected government? Those are the sort of questions I'd ask.
Well, don't know whether to trust Keir Starmer, honestly, because...
Sorry, just move the camera up if that's okay.
All good. Not sure whether to trust Keir Starmer, because there was an interview back in autumn of last year where he was on LBC talking to Nick Ferrari, talking about, okay, Israel's got the right to lock off electricity and water from in Palestine. Yeah. And
is it okay if I move the mic?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
If you believe in that concept, essentially, if you believe in that concept, what is the point, to be honest? Because you're essentially starving millions of people from resources that need to survive. They blocked off aid. They've destroyed the Rafah crossing. Israel and Egypt have been essentially working together, same with Jordan as well, preventing Palestinians from crossing over. I know there's been reports of uprisings supposedly in Jordan during the past involving Palestinians, but I don't know much about that in reality. And what Smotrich essentially, I can't remember what minister he is in the Israeli Knesset, one of Netanyahu's right-hand men. He's essentially approved a plan to essentially create more illegal settlements, illegal obviously under international law, but international law is crap at this point because the UK have gone to war in Iraq, Afghanistan. What was the point of that? What was the point of that? Just causing millions to lose out, to essentially be killed by the UK and the US. And there's essentially anybody who says a two-state solution should be established. A two-state solution is going to be, okay, so here's Israel and then here's Palestine. They're still being screwed over by the Israelis because they're taking more land in West Bank. And also they've said that in the future there's plans for a Greater Israel, which was also described by Gaddafi as being not just Israel being taken over, parts of Cisjordania, so the West Bank, essentially all of occupied Palestine, parts of Jordan, parts of Lebanon, parts of Syria, parts of Egypt, and the world's just going to stand there and just watch and just allow this to happen. Like, people obviously regard the Holocaust as being an awful event, which it is, but then you can't essentially just decide, okay, we'll enact holocausts throughout the world, we'll enact genocides throughout the world. Look what's happened in Rwanda back in 1994. That essentially led to the First Congo War and what's currently ongoing in Congo with 6 million people dying. and there's an Israeli billionaire, Benjamin Gutler, I think his name is. He essentially has ties to a mine that is supposedly no workers, but there's hundreds of thousands of workers throughout Congo that are being impoverished. They're being paid $2.15 a day or something like that for their work. And then there's a British-Swiss company that essentially enables that as well. And there's a Canadian company as well, I can't remember the name of them, who essentially finances illegal settlements in the West Bank. And so it's all connected. And also, I know I'm kind of going off track here, but if you look at Sudan as well, with there being a humanitarian crisis, 2.5 million people are set to die by September of this year. And the UK and the US essentially funding the UAE who fund the RSF Rapid Support Forces, who are essentially just bombing, committing atrocities that I don't want to describe at all because they're absolutely disgusting. And there's been people who are just looking for food, and there's expired flour and whatnot, expired products. People are essentially suffering from food poisoning in Al-Fasher, in Sinai State, all throughout Sudan. And in the port of Sudan, which is in the east of the country, where a small amount of aid comes in, lots of people have flocked to there because there's essentially no other way of finding food unless it's expired and whatnot. Because the world creates these humanitarian crises. People throughout the world complain about migrant crises, but it's the Western world, the UK, US, France, wherever, they've essentially created these crises. And this has happened in Syria, this has happened in Afghanistan, Iraq, Palestine, Libya, all throughout essentially quote-unquote third world countries, and they blame it on essentially just like the people that live there, even though it's our government's fault, in honesty.
Do you think things might get worse before they get better?
Yes, definitely. If you look at what's happening, and going back to talking about Palestine, in North Gaza, there's a humanitarian crisis going on because the Israelis are not letting aid through. They haven't been doing that for several weeks at least. And in Rafah, there's bombing going on. They said the IDF the other day talked about how people had to evacuate Khan Yunis, which was a supposedly safe zone, but the Israelis just put and choose what safe zones there are, and then just bomb the heck out of them.
Thank you so much for your time on camera today. It's been a pleasure. My name's Louis Errington. Very good to meet you. I'm on YouTube, so also on TikTok as well, so I'll just span the camera this way. Yeah, if you want to take a photo of my handle or type in the YouTube link, I'll just... do you have the YouTube app yourself? Yeah. Okay, I'll type it in. Yeah, I cover all sorts of stuff in Harshney and Central London, so Speaker's Corner, that's my training ground. It's where all the debates happen and stuff and everything. And I interviewed Corbyn, Jeremy Corbyn's brother, earlier today. Here's Corbyn, and he was at the back behind me, so I know him. I speak to him a lot all the time. Yeah. So I know I'm in good contact with him as well all the time, and he always keeps me updated if there's anything going on. Perfect. Thanks. You go to university?
Yeah, I do. I'm in Brighton.
Oh, nice. I'm going into either Brooks or Kingston this year. Yeah.
Wait, where's Brooks?
Oxford Brooks.
Oh, okay. Yes. Kingston's obviously
South London. Yeah. But, I'm doing a media course there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
I'm doing sports journalism at Brighton,
which
I know is probably not. There is some relevancy to what's going on in Palestine because there's footballers who've been shot, footballers who've been killed and whatnot, and the Palestinian national team can't play games in Palestine because if they want to do it in Khan Yunis or something like that, so they have to play all of their home games and away games away.
I'm just going to quickly end my live stream.
Yeah,
that's okay?
That's all right,
yeah, definitely. I'll be 2 seconds. Cool. Okay, since nothing is going on. Okay guys, I'm going to be ending my live broadcast now. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Louis Errington. I'm a freelance independent journalist. If you're new to the channel, hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Stay tuned for more content like this. We'll be at Speaker's Corner tomorrow at around midday or 1 PM. So stay tuned by clicking the bell notification button so you get notified whenever I upload a new video or start a new live stream. Thank you to all the mods for keeping the live chat clean and for deleting nasty comments. Thank you once again. My name's Lou Arrington and I'll be signing off now. Have a lovely rest of your Saturday and see you on the next live stream tomorrow at around midday or 1 p.m. So click the bell icon for that so you get notified when I go live, as that helps the algorithm. I'm now signing off. See you all tomorrow on the next live stream. Bye bye everyone.